And hello and welcome. Q Sports International and Predator present the Apex Wisconsin Open. We are in Baraboo, Wisconsin at the Ho-Chunk Casino, and we've got one heck of a winner's qualification round between Jesse Engel and Fedor Gorst. Jesse, a very strong regional player out of Minnesota, and Fedor, of course, notably pretty much one of the best top 3 players in the world. This is George Tehechea and Tim DeReuter bringing you the live action. John Lehman, your referee. Tim, Jesse just won the lag. What do you think?
Well, I think it's going to be very important for him to have a good start in this match. If he wants to make Fedor get a little bit scared, he should start off well. So, doesn't mean you have to make breaker runs and all that, but he has to tie Fedor up.
He has to keep him under control, and control is the key in this 2 races to 4. If they're tied at the end of the 2 races, it goes to a shootout. After this match, one of these guys will move on to the final 16. The other one will have to play another match to get to that final 16. Another 1 or 2? It's at least 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 balls on the break. No shot on the 2 ball. Lost the cue ball a bit on the break. That's how he didn't end up with something. Might be able to thin the 2 and bring the cue ball behind the 4 or the 3. The only thing you will have is you will leave a jump. And, well, Fedor is also pretty known for jumping pretty well, so you might want to lock him up, like really lock him up. Otherwise, yeah, you know he's most likely going to make it. Could also be playing a push,
Pushing
in case he doesn't like this. Yeah.
Straight to the top there.
Yeah, Fedor is going to take this, overcut to 2. Possibly bring the cue ball behind the 9. 3 rails.
You could go that way instead of behind the 3-4. Just wonder which one.
Well, if you go behind the 3-4, you have that 6 ball too.
Right.
Yeah, that could be a little bit annoying. The other way around, and
yeah, he has to make sure he misses that. So you're right. I think he goes to the bottom side.
Oh, he did go. He didn't hit it as thin as he probably wanted to, and
Which would have put him behind the 9.
yeah.
Yeah, he hit a little bit too much ball.
So first opportunity for Jesse Engel.
31-year-old out of Mountains View, Minnesota. He's done very well in the past in various U.S. Open bar table championships all over the country. In Reno, says he hasn't played much at all, but he wants to get back on the felt. And here he is playing one of the best world's players, player in the world.
Okay, good opening shot. Nice angle on the 3.
You know, I don't know a lot of players out of Minnesota, so we're going to call him the Pride of Minnesota.
April Larson.
That's from Minnesota. Meanwhile, nice position here. Easy to get to where he needs to go. He's got all the angle he wants, or
Got a little straight on the 4 though.
he can go. I think. Well, the 9 ball's over there. He can go to the right side, right to where he's standing for the 6, or come all the way up.
Can he go forward 2 rails and then get to the right side of the 6?
He'll risk hitting the 8. But that's it. That might be what he's doing. No, he's coming back. I think he's coming around the other way. No, he did. He was able to go forward and buy the 8.
I don't think he was trying to get to the right side of the 6.
No.
I think he was playing to cut the 6. The only thing I had is if you go center table, it is quite the cut. He really played some good cue ball control on the 6. Now center of the table on the 7.
It's a pretty steep cut to stay in the center. But yeah, I like that. Dragged the ball real nice. Killed the speed on it. Now it just pockets the ball, and he'll have natural position on the 8, and he can start this game off with a break and run. But he's got 4 balls to do it. Lay it on the top rail.
Yeah. Well, that's what I like. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it too. On the
Just
rail.
make sure you got some angle on the 9 to get out, like to get back up, back down for the 10.
He's going to come back a little bit. Now he's going to use that same high English, I think, and go 2 rails forward. Or will he just come 1 rail and just slide off the long rail for the 10?
I like to
Just
play a
past the
little
side
bit of
pocket.
right spin. If you go towards the second diamond, you're always going to go off the rail. Main thing here is to stay off the rail. Even if he goes stun, I mean...
Yeah, just like that. Great start for Jesse, just like you asked him to start. Got to make this 10. June. Well, you can't ask for a better start.
Yeah, like I said, needs to put some heat on Federer. Because that's the main thing with those like high-class top players, is to where if you leave a couple open shots, a couple of nice opportunities, they start to feel super confident. And that's to where it gets so tough to beat them. They get a little bit of feeling for the table, they get some stroke going on, and before you know it, they start to run real fast.
Well, Jesse to break the balls again, because this is a winner break format. There's a 3-foul rule in effect. Once they do get to the second stage or the final 16, whichever one of these wins this match here, it does go to a deciding third set instead of the shootout. But if they're tied in that third set at 3 apiece, it then goes to a shootout.
Yeah, square hit, but didn't really put much in it. But then still, he hasn't left the 1 ball in the open, so will be always difficult for Federer to get some feeling going on.
The way he's looking at that, he might be trying to get this 1 ball off the rail and the deuce.
Well, he's called the
Slide
7.
it.
He's called the 7 ball.
Did he call the combo?
Well,
Or did he
I
call
was
the
thinking
ball?
maybe, yeah, he called just the 7 ball, so maybe he's playing the carom.
That's what it looks
Bank
like.
the 1 ball over and trying to get behind the
That's what
congestion.
he's lined up for. He just...
Oh, I like this. Oh, yeah, it's a very strong shot from Federer.
He's calling the kick. 1 ball in the corner. Sets up pretty nice. And if he makes it, the 2 is available and nearby. This is a makeable kick. Very makeable kick. Yeah.
Well, I think he's played a very good speed here. Because the speed he played, he was trying to make something happen with the 4 balls down table, and yeah, I really like the way how he shot that. If he can reach, he could jump. If he goes real first, the cue ball might leave.
I think he might be able to hold it rail first.
if he catches it thick enough, though.
Right. And he did.
Okay, nice
Held
shot.
it nice. Now he's going to come straight up for this 3-ball. He's off and running.
Yeah, just barely dropped.
That's all it takes. Is that enough angle to go all the way? We just got to go past the side pocket. Oh, he's more than that. Look how nice this ball just lays up. Oh, don't bounce. Now he's got enough angle.
Yep, can get off the rail.
Coming back a little bit for the 4-ball here. Things are looking good for Fedor. Fedor for the cheddar.
Oh, he's not that far yet.
I just like the way it sounded.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like to see a match here. I think Jesse is capable of making a match at least.
Well, the only reason he's in his chair right now was a dry break. Kick shot.
Yeah,
He missed a kick
yeah,
shot,
but
yeah.
did he kick it bad? Like that's what
No.
you. Like sometimes, that is the only thing you could have done. You know, in this case, maybe if it ends up a little bit more to the right, the cue ball maybe a little bit closer somewhere. Yeah, sure, but.
Yeah, he was a 1/4 inch off on that kick.
Yeah, I mean.
Maybe.
Yeah, the only thing he could have done better is making the kick. I mean that. Hard to blame yourself for
And Fedor
shots like that.
played a great returning safety.
Yeah, I mean he played a good save after the break, and gained control, and oh, friendly bump on the 8. Yeah, now checking if that 9-ball goes to the bottom left corner. Looks like it, so doesn't have to be too tough. Nice crowd. Nice to see a big crowd already there, even though we're still in the beginning of the tournament. We haven't even reached the last 16 stage yet, so.
Second day, and this is to get into that precious last 16. Good round there. Now that young lady that you see right there on her phone is playing in the women's tournament. She's been hitting balls and practicing. I should have got her name. I will for later. There's Jesse Engel, young man who I've heard a lot about. So when I went to interview him, I kind of told him, I said, I thought you'd be older. He just chuckled.
Okay, breaking from the side rail. One of the guys that usually has making the 1-ball in the side figured out. See, like he usually gets super close to making the 1 in the side, but not this time. And well, that 3-ball did really come to the rescue there for Fedor.
And he waves it off, as these players normally do. In other words, pretty fortunate on my part.
I mean, he knows that if that 3-ball goes in the open, 1 and the 2 are next to each other, wide open table, so. But that's how pool goes as well.
It's going to be a 3-rail kick towards the side, or is he going to play the corner?
Well, he's pushing up.
Oh, I thought he was going after the ball.
just trying to leave a small edge of the one ball. Not enough to create the separation, but he's been planning something. So you're looking at maybe shooting the 1 into the 8 to send it up table and then still bring the cue ball down, or maybe draw left, shoot the 1 into the 8 and get the cue ball behind the 5.
Or maybe draw it, rail, kick it, and come down below the 10 with the cue ball. Send the 1 ball, 1 rail to the middle. Head rail.
Yeah, it's not super easy though. I think if you kick it and you hit it half ball, you have a pretty good chance to run into the 2 or run into the 10 and still be quite safe. That's a tough push out. Of course, I think he also knows that he has to come up with some really tough shots after the push outs, just because he doesn't want to give Federer something easy.
Oh.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
Well, Federer gave it back.
Yeah, he's kicking.
I like to kick here and kind of bring the cue ball down underneath the 10. And you could call either the side or the corner.
Caught it
like that
a
a
little
lot.
bit thick though. But
Yeah, if he
I
catches
think it
the
worked
rail.
out quite okay.
Sure.
Just if he had hit it a little bit more on the right side and created easier separation and maybe some more cover.
Well, Federer with this 1 ball, will he go around it behind the 5, or will he just
I'm not sure if he can hit
use
the left
cover
side
up
of
there?
the 1.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
I don't think so. Is he gonna move the cue ball just really soft in between the 4 and the 7?
That's what I was thinking at first.
Trying to double up.
I don't think he can scratch off of it, so that's not a bad shot. He clips the 7, he should stay behind the 4. Clips the 4 ball should come back out and save him.
Oh, he called a 7. Well,
He played it then.
yeah, the thing I had with the carom is that 1 ball is going to be in the open. So he was not guaranteed to have something after, and I don't think he has ended up with the open shot after. So he's probably thinning. He's gonna thin the 1 ball to the short rail, bring the cue ball back up. Did hit a little bit thick.
Yeah, it leaked out.
Yeah.
Opening for Jesse. Plays with the Predator Icon. 12-4 Revo. 747 Fargo, which probably isn't very accurate since he hasn't been playing at all.
Nice shot, good speed. So he's off to take the lead once again.
Looking pretty steady.
Yeah, and not a super difficult layout.
Yeah.
If he can get from the 3 to the 4, everything should be quite doable.
They are on a 30-second shot clock, folks. Those of you that haven't been with us. Nice angle.
You mean he has a nice angle, or did you just say his name?
He's got a nice angle for the 3 to get to the 4.
Okay.
So you want me to finish my sentences now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh, it's actually not a good angle, is it?
Well, I thought he was straight. That's
Okay.
also why I was asking.
In that case, he might stop it and just cut the 4. Unless he wants to play a combo on the 4-9.
Hey, you might have to.
Yeah.
It's either that or you stop the cue. Oh, he's cutting to the side.
Oh,
This is
that-
difficult though.
Well, it is open, though. The whole side is... Oh, he overcut it. Look at this.
Oh.
He's going to end up pretty good.
Well,
Well,
Ooh.
I tell you right now, if I'm going to miss, if he's going to miss, that's a great way to miss.
Yes, sir.
Federer's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
happy.
there's no better way to miss a shot.
Federer's not happy.
Well, on the other side, I think Federer, he just tells himself, well, I at least get back to the table.
Wonder if he called a 9.
Oh, well,
I didn't see him call the 9.
No shot clock, please.
so is he gonna go aggressive trying to make the 3, or is he just gonna play another save and trying to open things up first?
I think he's playing a safe right behind the 9. Although the 3 opens up if he makes it.
Go off the short rail, make sure you stick it.
Nope, he's going to stick him.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you go off the short rail and then bounce off, you have a bigger chance to get close to that 9 than drawing it straight over. Yeah, he can have. He might kick pretty firm at this 1 rail. Make it or get distance. There's a big scratch off the back if you kick 2 rails, and if you hit the inside of the kicking 2 rails, you might leave everything in the open. Yeah, so second fall in a row, and now the game is wide open again for Engel.
Federer's the only player that has won 3 of the Pro Billiard Series events, twice in Arizona and once in Ohio. Master of the table at Derby City, 10-ball,
World 9-ball champion.
World 9-ball champion, U.S. Open 8-ball, 10-ball champion, Skinny Bops champion, 10-ball Derby City, 9-ball Derby City, on and on and
Yeah,
on. And he's 22 years old.
Bank pool, Derby
And he's-
City,
yeah.
1 pocket, Derby City,
And he's-
9-ball derbies. I mean, yeah, the only thing for him to really start chasing a little bit more could be the majors. But then also the last couple of years he hadn't
Can't
really,
travel.
yeah, hadn't really had the chance to either participate or then now it's a traveling because of his visa. So, but I'm sure at some point he'll start chasing it. He's always been pretty straightforward in what he wants to achieve, and always been working hard. So
This 6-ball's a little tough to get on.
is he gonna go to the center of the table? This really needs to grab. I don't think it's gonna get there.
It didn't.
Yeah, I think it was always going to be better to be too far than too short on this. If he had run too far up table, then okay, then you can still play a good safety. In this position, it's not super easy. I don't think the bank is really close. He's just calling this to play safe, I think.
Yeah, he's probably going 2 rails to the middle of the table and the cue ball all the way back.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it off.
He shot just in time, and
He's gonna be just fine.
Mr. Gorst, you're on 2 fouls.
yeah, and Federer is on 2 fouls with the cue ball. Cue ball's gonna move quite a bit here.
Can you see any part of this? I think maybe you'll see enough to cut
No,
it.
he can make it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
Oh, but-
overcut it. Is he gonna get safe?
Doesn't look like it,
Doesn't
so
look like it.
the only thing that is kind of awkward is to where he cannot draw the cue ball back for the 8 in the side.
And following is gonna catch that point. It looks like.
Well, he's gonna run into the 9, but then so I'm just gonna force follow very hard into the 9. Make sure I just don't hook myself in some kind of way, and then take whatever I can get after. Oh, he played it real first as well, so. Oh.
He's okay. He's fine. The ball's pretty much in front of the side pocket. Just has to come back off the rail. And looking good for win number 2 for a 2-1 lead. How many times have you come down like that and then frozen right to the point of the side
I mean,
pocket?
I've seen it happen. I've
Yeah.
also seen people scratch by accident like that. That's why I always play with a little inside to go 2 reels, just to stay away.
Make sure you catch the inside of that rail.
But then, I mean, he's fine here. It's all small little details. It doesn't really matter in this case, but if it happens once, you'll never forget it.
Oh, it's happened to me a couple times, 2 times actually.
So 2-1, Jesse Engel. Yeah, not the greatest start from Gorst. He's played a couple good shots here and there, but he's not. He doesn't look like he's
There
feeling
was
the
the one-
table yet that good.
The one shot that he overran, right?
Here's the future. Put away the iPad, please. No electronics. Something special is happening here. Pay attention.
Well, she's actually at the age where you crawl on the table and roll the balls around. So I have grandkids like that. They'll get on top of the table and just roll them around, and you have to worry about the diapers, make sure nothing comes out of them.
Yeah. Okay, too much information. Jesse Engel to break. Let's see what he can do. Needs to put a little bit more in the break. Last time he hit him square, but there was not a lot of force or power in there. Not a lot of stroke.
So that's actually one of the old Predator break cues.
Okay, more squat on the cue ball, and
And there
The
goes,
7.
almost the 9 ball was going right for that pocket, and the 5 ball kicked it out.
and the 7 hung.
I think he's going to find himself behind the 8. Let's see what Federer decides to do with this. I like putting that cue ball behind the 8 ball. Coming off the 1. Looks like Jesse does have a shot to kick this ball right towards the side pocket on the left there and come right at the ball. It looks like he even go below the side pocket too to make it that much easier.
Oh, I think he, 2 rails.
Yeah.
Look for a square hit. Hey, he massaged it too much.
Sure did. And Gorst will make quick work of these. The 2 and 3 are next to each other.
Yeah, the only thing I can imagine getting a little bit annoying is if he plays a combo into the 7 to control your object ball still.
Yeah.
Like if he plays a 2-7 now, which I think he does, how is he gonna have shape? I
It's-
expect him to move it over to the corner where the 5 ball is, the orange 5. But
I think he just rolls this kind of slow and sends the cue ball up by the 9. He's there.
Yeah, well,
Rail
he can
first.
still go real first. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but more saying it doesn't really get easier every time you have to go real first.
Well, I don't know. I think he can go straight at the ball. You can see just the edge. Yeah. No, he's going rail first.
Short
No.
side.
Actually went right at the ball.
Yeah, right at the ball, but short side. And now, yeah, you can go 3 rails around with the 4 to the 5.
Diamond tables, Q-Tech. Some of Federer's sponsors. He wants the cue ball about where it's at now. So come right back and put it right where it is. Down tips.
Well, you might go all the way to the short rail on this. Short rail, long rail, and then land on the top short rail. I like this. Nicely done.
Unless he gets behind the E's, perfect.
Yeah, get to the right side of the 6. You can either choose to draw to the top long rail and come back out to the center of the table, or you can go forward 2 rails. Could also go forward 1 rail with left spin, but I did like this one. You always stay away from the 10 ball. You cannot make that mistake to hook yourself.
That's all you had to do on that shot was just take the 10 ball out of play. Now, I wonder if he'll just take it to the corner or come all the way down and shoot the 10 to the side. He comes all the way
I
down.
did
for
like the
10 to
side, yeah.
Yeah. It's just so much high. There's so much more room for error with the speed.
Yeah, yeah. If you underhit playing it for the corner, then now you have a tough shot. Yeah. Well, good safety from Federer. Nice run out. 2 each.
John Lehman, our head referee, racking and refereeing the game. Jam Up Apparel, he has his own line of clothes. Federer Gorst specials. I actually brought one of my Jam Up shirts. One ball to the side pocket. Long open shot on the deuce. Looks like the 5 ball covers the scratch in case he goes that way. And from this angle, it looks like the 2 ball goes by.
2 ball goes, yeah. Just wondering, can he make the twin go in between the 5-10? No, I think he's going to run into the 5 ball.
Yeah, it looks like he's almost going to hit. Well, I think he hits the right side of it. He might be able to go by it. It's real close. And he's looking at that right now. Taking his...
Oh, it looks like he's playing safe here. I don't know what else he was looking at, because I think you want... Yeah, I was going to say. Making sure having the 10 and the 5 in between. He took away, kicking, I think he took away the one real kick here.
He did. He got it high enough that there's no. There might be a kick with a little slight masse. Unless he's going 2 rails.
Two rails. Pretty dangerous though, because you're gonna send the 2 ball to a pretty open space on the table unless you can get it 2 rails behind the 3-7.
Yeah.
But there's not really much.
If he comes close to the 6 ball with this 2 ball, it might kick to where it gets safe. It's open.
Yeah. And that was the risk. If the cue ball wasn't going to find any cover, the 2 was most likely to be open. Tough opening shot though for Federer. Needs to go for the short side on the 3. So it's not just drop the 2 ball, he will have to play with top left. Whoa, played it full top spin. Yeah, that's a pretty sick shot right there.
Nice and straight. Good English to follow for position. Firm, solid hit.
Just playing the angles now a little bit of draw, make sure you can get crossover for the 7. Well, you can even play for the 7 inside. And then I think he will choose to shoot the 9 ball in the top right corner, just because the 8 is next to where he needs to be to do that. Just
a little bit of left English to get right to where he's pointing now, and then come up for the 9 in the same pocket. Or as you said, maybe shoot it in the top right hand corner. Yeah, straight as he, and he's going to shoot it for the top. Nope, he's going all the way up forward to the same corner. Both worked. This 10 ball for a 3-2 lead in a race to 4.
Federer's been pulling the strings a little bit more on Jesse.
Well, Jesse showed him that he better pull them.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, the 2023 Predator Pro Billiard Series consists of 17 events held in the U.S., Austria, and Puerto Rico, with total prize monies of of $1.8 million. Upcoming events are the Michigan Open, along with the CSI League Michigan State Championships in Battle Creek, September 19th to the 24th, the Ohio Open and CSI Leagues for the Ohio State Championship in Wilmington, Ohio, October 11th to the 15th, and then the Medalla Light Puerto Rico Open, along with the Q Sports International Caribbean Championships in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Keep in mind that the World Team Championships will be at the same time. Now, I thought by the time I read all that John would be able to have these balls racked and we'd be ready to go. But John's making sure he gives these guys a good rack.
Yeah, and for all the fans that want to, they can attend the event in person for free. So make sure if you are nearby just to come and watch the best players in the world. All the other tables are available on tv.kazoom.com for in pay-per-view. This is the only free table coverage we have. So let's go back to the match.
And for everyone else, there's free feature table coverage. The only hard thing about the free coverage is you have to put up with my voice and Tim today.
There you go. He again makes the one ball on the side. He has his habit.
Question, will he just go ahead and bank the side, the two ball on the side and stop it there for the three? And see how aggressive he feels.
Maybe if he plays at double speed to where if he stops a cue ball and he doesn't make it, the two will go out and the cue ball will stay behind the 9.
Yeah. Not sure it goes. He can cut it in the side. He does have a safety underneath 8-3. One of his sponsors, Chalks. He's on a 30-second time clock, so he has an extension. I think he's used it. This is the key shot of the rack. If he gets on his 3 ball, you can count this first set goodbye. He did go for the bank, and he's left a shot. Now, can Jesse pocket the ball and get a shot on the 3? He's straight into the corner pocket.
Yeah, I'm thinking he will have to follow the cue ball.
He's going to
because if he's going to draw it, the 2 ball might stay in the pocket or wobble out. So if he plays follow, gets a cut on the 3, and just make sure if he makes a 3 to have any look on the 4. Regardless of what you bump or however.
And the 4's in front of a pocket, so it's just a matter of getting the cue ball open. It's not in front of the pocket anymore.
Yeah, we'll have a pretty tough shot now on the 3 to get back up for the 4 ball. This is tough. Will he be able to stun with a hair of topspin to where if he hits the 8, that topspin will work, so he curves to the short rail and then goes back up? Like,
or go off the 8 and go 2 rails, maybe to the side.
I'm just scared if you play just stun that you might skim off the 8 and scratch in the corner. So it's like, this is not a friendly shot here. Maybe playing with draw, trying to draw off the 8.
I think he's gonna catch a little piece of the 8, and it might go. The 9 ball might stop him when he goes 2 rails across the table like that, and he's gonna. It worked out.
Oh wow!
It worked out great.
Yeah,
I thought
great shot.
Yeah. If he catches more 8 than the 9 ball might have played, he caught it the way he did. Watch how nice he hits this ball.
Yeah, he kind of pushed through that 8 ball.
Yes.
Some special spin on that cue ball.
Just running English. Well, the balls are in good position. The 7 ball appears to go right by the 8. So once he gets to it, he should have no problems closing it out. And then this is just a Small follow shot for the 6 in the side. This ties it up. And this is anybody's first set. He's looking pretty sharp. He's looking real steady, real.
Yeah, so far he hasn't been looking very nervous. Like, he's been handling it pretty good so far, so this is a good opportunity though.
This is tight. This is tight.
Is he gonna stun the cue ball or is he just gonna
running.
drop it in? I like to play it soft because then the pocket gets a lot bigger. Oh well, he didn't even touch the sides.
Yeah. He's looking good.
Yeah, on the way to double hill here, first set.
Somebody asked me, and I called the 45-minute first match. Oh, it's 45 minutes already.
So just these two balls. Don't really expect him to do something crazy here.
And this 10 ball for double hill.
Yeah, this has been pretty enjoyable so far. Some good safety play, some good runouts, a couple good shots here and there. Just Federer not, I feel he's not exactly on point. Just in spurs, like in spurs, like 2 games, he plays a good defense shot, runs out, then he plays like a long shot, nailed it, runs out, and then he doesn't really like push it through all the way. But then still, Jesse still has to run out, and he's doing great. So
Jesse's handled everything that's been thrown his way. Started off with the break and run. And it's pretty much handled whatever he's been left.
yeah,
Steady. You spoke of his nerves. They just don't look to be an issue.
or at least not yet. I mean, we're not sure what's going to happen in the next game. Maybe the pressure kicks in after the break. You know, if he makes 1 or 2 balls and get position, then a lot of things can happen.
Well, just about everything I've heard about Jesse Engel is there. Quite a player. Let's see if
There
this
you
break.
go. And unfortunately for him, no shot on the 1.
Made a ball, didn't he?
Yeah, he made the 7 ball. Yeah, just that 1 ball that got glued to the top short rail.
Let's see what Jesse does with this here. Can you thin off the 1 on the left side and put the cue ball behind that little cluster of 3 balls? That 2-3-9.
That 1 ball is really like it might be frozen to the rail, so it's really tough to get the 1 ball away unless you go for a thick hit with inside. Maybe bank the 1 ball down. like this.
It's even better. Nice
And
shot.
he was trying to
Great
maybe
speed.
get the cue ball behind the 6, but the speed itself has been really good. Good control on the 1 ball.
There's Christina Tkach. Who's that with her? Can't
Alexandra Gulaikova.
tell. Oh, there you go. Cheering on Mr. Gorst. Christina was on the stream earlier and defeated Maite Ropero Garcia from Spain.
Yeah, also a pretty close encounter.
Yes. Maite just didn't finish when she had chances.
Nice contact, leaving distance, but yeah, he's not happy here. And then also, he might be perfect on the 2 ball if he just plays a stop shot on the 1. To where the 2 ball is basically the toughest ball to get on at the moment. And Federer just left him like that to where he might only have to play a stop shot. I mean, it's a long shot though, so he still needs to execute nicely, but it looks pretty good. So how is the pressure? Yeah.
Stopped it perfect. Got the rail going in. 4.25 inch pockets.
Well, like I said, there is a small piece on the left side of the table to get on the 2. So then again, Federer will have to cut this and pick a good speed. It's not just make the 1. Play double speed. Yeah,
Perfect.
just absolutely perfect. Just nailed it. Couldn't be better probably. Maybe 1 ball over, but it's...
Hit that ball 4 rails with good speed.
Yeah, it might be a set saver right there.
Has to go underneath the 6 to come get on this 3 ball. Probably just come over and play the 4 ball in the same corner.
Or play... Yeah.
That just lay too easy.
Yeah.
The angle was perfect.
I was gonna think maybe he can bump the 9 ball softly and then you can also go off the 4 on the side to the 5, but yeah, good call.
You come down for the 5, up for the 6.
Yeah, go to the short rail. Yeah, it was just that 1 ball. And yeah, he ginned it.
For both players, it would have been just that 1 ball. Jesse had that straight in and just long straight in and stop. Just caught the corner going in. Left a tough shot for Federer, but Federer handled it with flying colors.
Oh, he still needs a couple balls.
And proceeded to run out.
Ah, okay, okay. Very good. Got a little angle the other way, so probably top spin with some inside to go down. he draws the cue ball, he's only going further away from that 9 ball.
All depends on his angle. That's all he needed. There you go. Now here's an interesting shot. Straight draw back to where he's standing now.
Yeah.
Just underneath the side pocket. This cloth check's nice too. It'll check and come back. This is for that first set. A 110 ball coming right up.
Yeah, so he scrapes through. Jesse Engel had the chance, but Fedor Gorst takes the first set, 4-3.
That's one of the best sets we've seen, and we'll go to a break, and then we'll be right back, folks.
Welcome back to the Predator Apex Wisconsin Open 2023. We have Fedor Gorst and Jesse Engel. Fedor Gorst won his first set, 4-3. Yeah, which was a pretty tense battle, actually.
It was a very good battle. There was really one mistake, I think, in the whole set. Mistake.
Yeah,
I mean,
mistake.
Yeah. There's some shots that were
there's small
close to
opportunities.
contested. I mean, you know, but it was a great match, and we'll have some highlights for you, maybe of this match and some of the others, and we'll be right back. Actually, we'll stay with you and we'll talk you through them.
So long 2, well, this was the first shot from this first set. This was an impressive shot though, where he got perfect on the 6, could have easily hooked himself.
So was that coming straight up the way he did. Ends up on the rail to get a good angle for the next ball. This carom was great. Going around there, rail first. It was hard to get around that 9 ball.
To stay away from that 9, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse looked real good. Now here he hits the ball first, not the rail. Yeah, perfect. And gets on this 3 ball.
3 rails to the top short rail.
All the way to the top to get perfect for this ball. Yeah, this is looking really good. Both these guys, this was a great set. This had,
yeah, that was a tough shot
highlights.
Too. This was with the cue ball on the rail. This was very tough. Yeah, and then this one, of course, this was a set winner. Scraped through.
There were so many things that could have gone wrong with that shot. But he hit it so pure and so nice.
He makes it look easy too. That's the thing as well. Like, that shot was really not as easy as it looks. It's just because he's fundamentally he's right. Yeah. Like, everything makes sense.
You know, one of the things that I've always said about Poole is the mark of a great player is not how many great shots he makes, but how many easy shots he makes in a row. And he's making great shots look easy.
Yeah, I agree. So, I think Jesse won the leg.
Yes, Jesse won the leg, and Fedor will be breaking this set.
So, referee John Lehman wrecking the Predator Arcos II balls with the Predator Arrow rack. And then again, the lovely reflection of the arena lights. This is the best view.
That is, you know, that is a nice view. Just, I mean, if you like pool and you like nice equipment and stuff, these are the classic standard colored balls, number one. And then the way they're all clean, reflect the whole setup. It's great. Fedor Gorst to open the second set. Game number 1. Jesse Engel wanting to take the second set to force a shootout.
He almost made the one in the side. Did cut the break a little bit more, and well, it could be a good opener again for Jesse. Just 5-7 could need some work.
Well, Mr. Engel will come to the table. He's got a cut shot on the 1. Should be able to get on the 2 pretty nice. Just pretty much make the 1, and he's on the 2, and now he has to work his way through the rack. The 5 ball's tight.
Yeah, he was looking at getting to the short side of the 3. But then, yeah, what are you gonna do with the 5? Is there maybe a 5-7 carom that he could play later on?
He could, because he's gonna have to come around to the open side off that 4.
Yeah, so left himself a good angle here on the. I think it's good enough. He doesn't look too happy. I think it's okay to go 2 rails forward, 2 maybe 3 rails forward to get to the short side of the 3. I thought it looked okay.
Well, from what I've seen, Jesse will figure it out. He could come tight to the left corner and come 2 rails right by the side and then send that cue ball from the side pocket right at the 9.
It looked like he's gonna shoot the 2 off the 4.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure why. Does he feel like he's close to the scratch, maybe?
I don't think he is. I kind of like
it. Me neither. You're going to hit it thin, so you have a different angle.
Yeah. I like wrapping it out of the corner there and coming at the 3. Maybe he's playing safe underneath the 4. No, he's playing it off he was playing it off the 6. I think he's going to look back on that and he's not going to like what he did there.
Well, there is still the chance for him to come back, though. This is not something really easy he's left Fedor up with. So, okay, so he's just gonna have the 8 run into the 7-5.
Oh, he was able to just miss the 8 ball entirely and come around. What a nice shot.
But then he didn't really open anything with the 5-7. That's to where I was thinking maybe he blasts those 2 balls with the 8.
Well, maybe he's got that plan you just talked about earlier in that carom
on the 7, yeah.
Or a safety off the 5. You don't think he'll even consider a safety off the 5?
Well, if he doesn't get to the spot where he wants to be, he can still play the combination.
Follow the cue ball.
Well, it looks like the 5 will run into the 8, so it's most likely going to stay. You can go 2 rails with the cue ball.
Correct.
It's not a hanger, though. I mean, you really got to work yourself out of this.
Yeah, this shot has some moving parts that can go wrong. But I think it's all there, just like you described it. Pocket the 7. The 5 goes off, stops with the 8, and the cue ball goes 2 rails and gives him a shot to this corner where the cue ball is. And then again, Fedor keeps things so simple. We'll see. Well, now we're looking at a combo.
Or a good safety.
Put yourself in his place. You're going to win the game there with this shot or go for a safety. It's tight.
Well, it's not like the 5-10 is straight. It still needs work. If you don't make it, you leave the 5 ball in the open. I think he's playing safe.
It's lined up. Oh,
Oh, he went for the bank. He went all in there. Huh. I mean, that's some confidence right there.
Can you see the 6?
Yeah. Yeah, he ginned it.
Better. Great shot. I think I and 5 million other amateur players would have been playing that 10 ball.
I did like the safety.
I know you did. I'm just saying.
I mean, it was a roll-up safety. I'm
Well,
like,
there's-
well, he will pick this,
probably-
and he just banked it.
There's probably 50 million people that play pools. I'm only going with 10 million more that are going to shoot the shot. The other 40 million might have played safe.
Yeah, and then yeah, he's getting quite loose now. Like, he's starting to get in stroke.
This is tight, but it goes. For game number 1 of the second set.
There it goes. He opens his account in the second set. Fedor Gorst.
And a healthy deposit. Game number 1. Next match we have coming up right after this one, folks. We got J.U. Chow and Shu Ching Chang. A 776 Fargo versus a 652 Fargo. Both from Taiwan. And we will have an 8 p.m. match. This is all Central Time. Jesse Engel focusing on the table. His world is blue right now. All it consists of is what's that cloth on that table and rolling balls.
Now it will be pretty tough for Jesse Engel to stop Fedor, because when he gets going, that's the more difficult part. The beginning he wasn't playing great.
Well,
So whatever he gets, he's got to make sure he takes his opportunities.
he's got a combo to start with. A 1-2 combo. Start things off. It pays dividends because everything else is open. 6 ball's a little tough, but we'll see what he does with this. Yep. That was a tough combo. Then he had to control the cue, the 1 ball, along with the cue.
Yeah, just to have something after was already going to be a challenge. And then the 6 ball that doesn't go, it's also not really great.
He's looking to see if this banks by the 3. And it looks like it, well, it's a half a pocket. Could go off the 7, but you're gambling. And
Well,
he doesn't gamble
He's,
much.
he's banking here. Cross-side.
Yeah. He only had the upper part of the pocket, or if he cut half the 7, it would go off the 7.
Well, I'm sure he's made the game a lot worse right now. Just look at how that 3 ball ended up.
Yeah, but the 2 ball's in a good place to get all the way down, get that cue ball to the bottom rail. Look at, and maybe the 310. I'm not sure what he's got, but if he can get to the 2 ball, he's playing safe here anyway.
Well,
but if
he
he
can
get
cut
to
the
ball,
1 in the corner and then go 2 rails. he's left. He's left a piece of this.
He's left distance, but Federer will put him in trouble here. That's the only difference. Is even the distance doesn't bother Federer much at all. And Jesse's faced with that 2-rail kick to try to hold the cue ball on the bottom and kick the 1 to safety.
So kicking 2 rails. Possible to get that cue ball if he can run into the 10. Still, he played good speed, quite good hit.
Didn't leave much. Federer will be playing safe here.
Possible the cue ball behind the 8?
That's asking a lot, because he's probably going to bump the 9 if he does that. He's got to come real close to the corner pocket to lay it in there. Yeah, actually it looks pretty good, Tim.
Yeah,
From
maybe
this
a hair
angle.
of right spin.
Yeah. No, he went the other way, and he's cue ball behind this wall of balls here, but it leaked. And if it didn't, he's got a jump cue.
So now then,
Well,
what
now
can you do, Jesse Engel?
Now you got to keep the 1 ball from following the 8 ball in, and the 8 ball's pretty deep. It's going to follow in more than likely. So do you risk slow rolling this for shape on the 2, just in case? Yes, he does. And missed the
he's
whole
missed
ball.
it.
Yeah,
Oh.
see, rolling that ball soft, you know,
Yeah, it gets scary. It's a
It gets scary.
sensitive stroke. Just going to masse around the orange 5 here. Called the 8. Well, he's overdone it as well.
well,
It's pretty
here's
difficult to do.
big break for Jesse. Big break right here, and now he can just go ahead and go into the 9 ball with the cue ball to hold it there for the deuce in case the 1 ball follows the 8 in.
Yeah, we'll need a pretty good angle on the 2 ball to open up that congestion down table.
He'll have it because he'll come off the rail into the 9. Oh, that's why I had to keep the cue ball there. Did he come back enough so he
No,
can see
I
the
don't
2?
think so.
Yeah, I would have been going into that 9 ball because that was exactly what's probably going to happen. That 1 ball,
And
that 8 ball was too deep.
He's slowly breaking down a little bit, and
Well, if he rolls 2 more inches, he's got a shot on the 1. And actually a shot that could maybe open up the 3.
yeah, but from the moment he had that opportunity, the last set, he's been slowly starting to play a little less, and Federer's starting to play a little better. And it
I
shows.
agree. I just think that the layouts have kind of forced his hand a little bit. But he had good things to do and didn't quite do them. I agree with that. Totally.
Okay, good hit. At least good speed to not
I like
leave the 2 ball in the open.
I like that shot. And shots like that where you can either make it or play a safe back. The rail first. Or the 2 rail. As you try to get behind that wall of balls with the cue ball. It's got to travel quite a bit.
Oh, that's not going to get there either.
Yeah, I don't think he can get by the 9 though.
Yeah, well, if it doesn't, he can overcut the 2 ball and bring the cue ball 2 rails behind the cluster.
Oh,
down
it
table
goes by
again,
the
so
9. Look at this. It's a tight shot, but he also has the opportunity to send the cue ball right at the 10. 2 rails right at the 10.
Yeah, 2 rails and
Yeah.
then play the speed to where if you don't hit it, then you stay at the bottom rail.
Because all he has to do is barely,
Ooh.
cut the ball. Didn't cut it. And in case there wasn't enough of a mess, he just made it worse. This looks like a one-pocket game with 6 pockets.
Well, it looks like Federer is attacking here. I don't see much value to attack here unless he's going to play low left and go 2 rails into the balls.
Yeah, he's not attacking there.
I was
Unless he
gonna
was
say
going
he
to
was
back cut it into the 1 rail.
looked like he was aiming to something, and then this is an okay safety, but Jesse will kick this down table.
I
And
like this kick.
we'll try to look for the cluster again.
I like to kick that just past the side pocket on the upper part of your screen and try to get it behind the 6-3. And with a little bit of a stick on the cue ball, if you can. And it should be able to with high English, like he's doing. Nice shot, Jesse. I like it a lot. Even if you didn't, if he gave him a perfect angle to break it. Ouch.
Yeah, he caught it a little bit too much on the right side, yeah.
Yeah, he sent it down too deep.
Yeah, still a big shot though, but
Yeah. Well, the good thing about this shot is it can work for Federer, but it can work against him if he misses the ball. That's a big if, because Federer doesn't miss much. And he does.
yeah, so struggle here. Well, Jesse got the option to either give it back or play it himself, but I know what I'm doing here. I mean, who wouldn't?
I am not giving one of the number 1 or the number 2 player in the world a straight-in shot like that.
No,
On the deuce, no.
No, well, I mean, well, I was not even thinking about the other guy. I was merely thinking, well, I mean, I have to make this, come on.
And it looks like he's going to go 2 rails, leave the cue ball right where it's at now.
Runs
little hard.
Far.
Does he go on the side? The 7 might have him.
Well, I think it does go to the side, but then he will have to draw the cue ball off the short rail and come back up.
I'm going to bank it in the side with follow. And follow, hit the rail, and come back out for the 6.
No, I'm shooting in the side with draw.
Oh, does it go?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it looked like he was aiming to the side pocket, so
Yeah,
based on what he's doing, I think it goes.
Oh, it goes. Great shot.
Oh, doesn't want to go too far.
He's good.
Yeah, nice shot. That's why he has been coming up with quite some good shots. Just sometimes he, just like Federer, like they kind of, give and take a little bit all the time.
Well, they're doing what they have to do to win. When the opportunity presents itself, it looks like they're handling it. A couple times they've been challenged and they didn't really just give it up. This has been a very good match. It's had a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah, back to the center of the table here. No, went to go closer. Did he not get straight here? I was gonna say, you don't want to really get straight on the 9.
No. I think he's got an angle to go 2 rails forward and come down just past the side pocket, and he's fine. Always? Yeah, I think he can take care of that. The English opens up the ball and catches the rail.
Yeah, good strike. Didn't have to go all the way down table,
No.
but then still needed to put quite some good stroke on there with the new cloth. With the older cloth, it's easier to, because it's gonna grab the spin more to come down table.
Nice shot by Jesse, and they're tied at 1 in the second set. Jesse needs this one. You can't let this one get away. I'm not saying you let the last one get away, but they were on the hill. It was double hill last set. Now, Federer's been playing these, quite a few of these tournaments. Like I said, I think he's like played 8. I think his 9th one was Vegas, and he's won 3. This is Jesse's first one that I'm aware of. And I'm just wondering how his spot shots are.
Well, we might get to see him.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hoping for. This, I want to extend this to the very end. Give these guys something to look for. A good shot of some of the women playing. Gershel Martinez on the left in a match. He's been playing very well here in this tournament. Young man from Peru, bringing down, making it rain. A good crowd. We talked about fans in the stands. The stands are full, as you can see there. Standing room only. We're in Wisconsin, folks, and there's a whole second story with 42 BART boxes. Or 7-foot Predator tables for the Wisconsin. I keep saying with Arizona, Wisconsin State Championships. He's got a good safety to bring the cue ball around, lay between the 6 and the 9. It's lined up real nice. If you're a 3 cushion player, you probably land it there all day long. Can you hit it that thin?
I mean,
It's tight, yeah.
everything on the outside is most likely to push the one in front of the side pocket, which you don't want unless you stick the cue ball.
Let's see what he does.
So, well, I think.
He got there.
But then again, it's
a
always
jump
gonna,
shot.
yeah, it's gonna open up the one ball. But then there was not really much more he could play also because he was tied with the point. So he will probably, he already knew like, well, it's most likely to be in the open, but there's nothing else I can play, so this is the best shot.
And that's the old Predator jump cue. When I interviewed him before the match, I saw his equipment and it was just, I said, this is old stuff. He goes, yeah, it sure is. I got to update. He was real good about it.
So he almost made the one ball off the 10. And then put his hand up saying, oops, sorry.
Well, because you got him safe.
Yeah, pretty good as well.
Extension, please.
He's looking for a one rail kick. I think the 4 ball takes that away. So he's got to go to the top of the table and come back. Or he's looking for a different way to get to, oh, wow. I don't see anything wrong with hitting the top rail and then coming towards that one and banking it and maybe using those balls that are in the way. He's trying to make this ball.
Well, I think he's going to play with his speed that if he catches a half ball, those 3 balls next to it are going to come into play. That's 7, 6, 9. This is exactly what I mean. Like this, he's played it not soft or anything. Played it with this kind of speed just to, yeah, have more chance to be lucky. And lucky he did get.
Jump number 2.
Call this extension. Wants to make sure he makes it this time. A little bit tougher than the previous jump, which he didn't get too close with.
That's something you don't see very often. The only other person I've seen using my card of Farrell is Chow. And we'll see her coming up next.
Well, this one was a lot closer, but looks like he's left the 1 ball on.
What a treat we're in for here, huh? This has been quite the treat. Watching these two gentlemen play.
Yeah, and perfect cue ball. Did need to go forward a ball or two, and
Nice stun follow. Those are my favorite shots.
oh, he will leave himself pretty much angle on that 3 ball on for the combination, just to make sure he can control the 3 after.
Bring the cue ball off the rail past the 410.
Yeah, maybe some high right spin, go in between the 4 and the 10. Yeah, I like that.
This comes straight up for the 4 in the side. Does he have enough angle to
Yeah,
do that?
I think he can do that, yeah.
Looks like he can. Just straight up a little bit.
If he doesn't like it, he can play it for the other side pocket too. Like it's.
I think that's much easier to control and end up better. It's a larger landing area too. And it lays. Look how nice it rolls into the 6 for position on the 6.
Starting to get really in control. Like most of the games, like his cue ball has been really good. Just some shots, like open shots, he's been not making all of those.
This is impressive. This match has been impressive in my book.
Takes the lead again, Federer, 2-1. He's putting a big grind on there, but still managing to get out every time. So,
well, both guys, when they get in the open, they've been able to make things happen. No one is really, should I say, I don't recall somebody actually missing a shot. Has there been one miss? Maybe 2.
Yeah,
they were very difficult. Nothing open.
Yeah, not many, and then most of the time they had to do a lot of things with the cue ball. And then I am not counting like bank shots or two-way shots, of course, because those you can't make all of them always. You know that's. Oh, this has been a good quality match so far.
To be expected when you see that man in there. And you see a score where they went hill the first set, and they're still within a game of each other the second. They've been trading off. They've been trading punches. And actually, they traded punches the very opening. Jesse broke and ran the first rack. Federer wins the second. Jesse wins the third. Federer wins 2. Jesse comes back with 1, and then Federer closes it out. And that was a good game at the end when they were both on the hill.
Okay, players, if you need a referee, just
And now they've traded games here too, in this set.
Just called the push. Is he gonna tie the 4 and the 9 together maybe, or is he just gonna put the cue ball on the short rail? Oh, he did leave Gorst a lot of queuing space. Like, he didn't really put the cue ball on the rail, so I'm sure Federer will find something to where he can play with stun or drag, maybe kill the cue ball behind the 10.
I like banking the 1 ball up by the side pocket on the right by where the 3 ball is, and bringing the cue ball down, or holding it right by the 6.
He can overcut the 1 ball.
Like right there.
He played it all the way to the top rail. Yeah, I think he's got there.
He has, does he have a jump shot over the 8? Yes, it's only a quarter ball. You know, he might not jump it. He might be able to hit the right side of the ball and send the cue ball towards that 9. It's close to the pocket, but it goes in that area, and bank the 1 ball between the 5-4. Utilizing that whole wall of balls on the left side.
Yeah, yeah.
If he can see it, I think he can do that. Yeah.
Oh, he does have the break cue,
He's
so I think he's jumping with the break cue.
This might leave the table. No, he went to cut it full. Oh,
Yeah.
it's going to work out.
Oh yeah, he put quite some spin on there. You could see on the cue ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, can really not complain about the outcome.
Well, you know, bumping that 3 ball off the rail gives him a little bit of cover. If Federer slides off this 1 and goes 2 rails behind a 3 towards the side pocket. Look at the angle he's got going into it.
Well, he might have to try to just get behind the 7, even though it's...
That's exactly what he played.
Oh, that nudge, that really worked out.
Yes, it
On the 5, yeah. Yeah, I'm kicking soft into the 1, I think. See, this way I was not sure he was gonna get there, but nice nudge on the 5 ball. See, now I'm kicking the same way, but soft, just pushing the 1 up to the 2. Just
Nice.
wait.
I caught
Oh,
it.
even
There's
better.
the rail.
Look at this. Wow.
Oh no,
He
it cut a
just-
rail. They were looking to see it. Watch this. Get it, the 1
No.
ball. 1 ball goes back to the rail. That's rail, and now it hits. See the rail right there?
Yeah, I'm sure he hit it.
Yeah.
No, this is a fantastic shot. Wow. He could not have hit that any better.
No. No. Now he's going to find cover again. Thin the 1, try to keep it there. As thin as possible. The 1 ball catches the rail. What's he going to go with cue ball? Just straight down, take away the little bit of it. Did he hide it? I think he gave him a piece of the top part of the 1. If it's froze, he's in trouble.
Oh, I think there's a window here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a window. And if you can only hit it to where you're gonna double kiss, you play a small curve, a little messé to still hit the right side of the 1 and just create the separation.
He's
Just-
got to go back to a rail though, because I think
Yeah,
he
yeah,
called
but
it froze.
Yeah, so you cut it thin, you messé,
Okay.
you cut it thin, and you go 1, 2, 3 to the other side.
Looks like there's
if-
plenty of room. He's got
Yeah,
yeah,
so
plenty.
just distance.
Well, left it open.
Yeah, got it a little bit thicker than I expected him to.
Jesse's got to come with a long straight shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
and
did
we'll-
catch it a little thicker.
And
than I
we'll
thought.
have to draw the cue ball back a little bit. I don't think, yeah. Doesn't have to draw a lot, but that little bit makes a shot maybe 10 times harder.
I would just try to make sure I made the ball and then play safe if I have to off the 2 ball. I would just secure the ball. And it was tough to do. He missed a shot like that earlier that could have won in the first set.
Yep.
Now Federer's been aggressive. Will he bank this to the corner and draw the ball back for shape?
Well,
He's called it.
He's called it, yeah.
Yep.
Just wondering. It's pretty aggressive though. The spin to play the drawing back. I don't see the one if he doesn't make it to go safe.
I'm not worried about going to say. I think he's playing it and it laid right.
Oh. Oh, he's been a little bit awkward behind the 6. Great bank here though.
Yeah. No, it laid right. So that's the worst that could have happened. Was to get over the 6. And he can cue perfectly and stay there for the 3 in the side. Federer's looking good to close this one.
On his way to the hill.
Yeah.
He's figured out the safety battle, at least in this rack. Took quite a while for both players to get it over with.
So you play this in the corner.
Yeah, you can follow the cue ball if you play it in the corner.
Probably go 2 rails for the 6. End up right about where he is now.
Rails.
Perfect. Federer looking good here. Just no 10 ball in the way. Look at this nice line leading to the 8.
Yeah, it's effortless cue ball control so far.
You stun it over and come back out? Or does he just follow straight down? Yeah, this is what I like. This is what I like. The straight down with a gun. The cue ball is going towards the 9. I didn't like getting close to it. And Federer is 1 rack away from putting the match away. Jesse needs some time at the table. He's got to rattle off 3 games to go to a shootout. In his chair, just waiting for his chance. Well, our next match was at 6:30, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, we will have to figure out what the schedule is next.
I didn't see this match going this long.
Yeah, but they've been having good safety returns,
Yes.
good battles,
Yeah.
so
They've
it's,
exchanged.
it's obvious that it's going to take a little longer, but
Is that Bean?
No.
Bean, no, it's who is that young lady? I don't think I know her.
breaking from the other side, I think. I think he switched sides.
Nothing going towards the pocket, but nothing's open either. Now you have to figure out a push here. You know, I think I would just get the jump cue and just go at it. I don't think I'd push this.
Well, he does play the push. I think it's an interesting push.
It is, because he's left a rail first shot, but the cue ball goes towards the 3-4, and I'm not sure that they can get any position on the deuce. But if he's able to make this ball, he may have a 2-10 combo. It's a long way away. Did go rail first, and he's used it.
Oh, he did have a big pocket with the 6.
Yes, he
That's
did.
a clever shot.
That's why I'm surprised Federer gave it back.
And now, is he gonna go for the early win? 2-10 combo. It's a tough one, but
I don't think. I think you take the shot. I think you take the shot.
I think you
He's gone.
if you take the shot, then just draw the cue ball back. It's gonna make it more difficult.
Is he on a line to draw it or on the line to follow and come back up?
No, I think he's got to draw it.
Okay.
I think so.
Whatever gives me the most accuracy on the shot is what I'm going to go with when I'm at the table, how I feel.
The best accuracy is to play the stop shot. Like, for example, to not do stuff with the cue ball, but then what if, you know? And
It's a long way away. This is a tough combo.
okay, so he played it with the top spin, and he's made a 2 ball. He wasn't trying to do that. He played it on purpose to get the cue ball back up, and then he's made a 2.
I was with him. I like what he. That was where you had to go, I think.
I mean, I like the way he was thinking. Like, okay, I'll play it like this and create at least a separation if I don't make it. So he's quite unlucky to
Pocket the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about, sending the cue ball back up.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
I thought draw was the way, but
Okay.
yeah, well, he played a good shot with topspin, and yeah, kind of unlucky. So this is for the win for Federer. Still needs a good shot here, though. It's just not done yet.
No, nothing's been easy.
Well, it looks like he's got a small angle, like if he plays full draw, to go towards the 6.
Right.
And this is always that uncomfortable shot where you think, okay, am I going to take a little draw off, or am I going to play it full draw and run into the 6 and take the gamble? Well, he did. I think he cheated the pocket a little bit, though.
Well,
Like, he hit it super good.
Yeah, he did hit it to the outside. Well, 4 balls to take the first match. Jesse's played one hell of a match. I'm very impressed with this game.
Yeah, I think it was a good battle. I think it was enjoyable to watch.
He played the kind of match, the kind of match that an 800, 810 Fargo would play. 820, you know.
this could only be awkward if he gets extremely straight on the 8.
He's
And
not.
if he has any other angle, then
And if he did, he would just stop it there and cut it and go back and forth. For the 9?
well, he's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that would be Jesse's only chance, you know.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Trying to figure out, like,
I missed
okay,
it,
he's
yeah.
dead straight on the 8. Maybe he gets a tough 9, but
Yeah.
he's just been in control this set, and Jesse's missed maybe 1 or 2 opportunities, but not too many. So
And they were small opportunities. They were very small windows. He just wasn't able to climb through. And this is to take the set. And we'll be right back with Che Yu Chao and Shu Ching Cheng. Great match, Jesse, Better, George Teacha, and Tim de Ruyter. Signing off, folks. Thank you.
Thank you.